What's up, guys? This is Ben MSC, and today we're back in City Skylines. Today we're going to keep expanding this little mini metropolis that we got going. Now I've been thinking about how to lay this city out in order to reach the 1 million citizens mark that I really want to do in the... Hopefully it doesn't take too long. I don't know. But I have an idea. It's kind of like simple but complex at the same time. It's a bunch of simple things together making like a complex arrangement of things. It'll basically keep traffic flowing good. That's honestly the main thing. Like, you could orient your city pretty much in a complete grid pattern and get a million people in it, but it's gonna be really hard to keep traffic flowing smoothly and good in the sense that your city will actually function. So the first thing we want to do is add policies to this. Now, the main thing for policies would, besides some things, looking at the policies, wrong thing, we have power usage. You can like monitor this, so essentially making it a little bit more expensive for buildings, but it'll reduce your energy costs. Same thing with water. Smoke detector distribution, you don't really have to do, but I tend to kind of do it. I might skip it this time. All of these policies, except for ones that specifically save money, like fishing licenses, something that'll tax somebody, is just going to make your money go down. You're not going to make as much money. But first things first, I'm going to put districts around all of these main groups of the city. There's only going to be 2 districts. I'm going to have the industry district and then where people live. So I'm going to quick do that, guys, and I'll meet you back here in a little bit. Alright, guys, I got the districts created. We got Woodland Hills and Elizabeth Park. Kind of old, boring names, honestly. I think I'll change those in the future. Right now I don't really have any ideas for that. So policies. Click on this thing and then go policies. I'll do these things separately. First of all, recycling. That should help kind of with, yeah, it tells you what it does basically. It just says like recycling is a big part of the environmental sustainability, slightly reduces garbage accumulation, and slightly reduces tax income. So in other words, you're paying, and wow, that looked like it dropped by almost half. I wasn't paying attention to the budget, but it looks like it dropped quite a bit. I think I'll do recycling, because although I am losing money with my tax income, I am not losing money with having to upkeep more incineration plants and more dumps, more landfills. So I think that should be good in the long run. While we're starting the city, it might be a little bit tight, but I guess we'll see how it turns out. So power usage and water usage, I think I'll leave those fine, because right now I'm not spending much money on that either. I haven't had any problem with fires at all, so I'm just going to leave this off. I don't need that at all. Free public transport. My city is really too small for public transport to make me any money at all. And honestly, most of the time it's kind of a deficit anyways. So all this other stuff I think I'll leave off for now, because most of this you can manage more closely in just the normal budget settings. So yeah, okay, so now Woodland Hills, this is a little bit different. I'm gonna add power usage. What does this actually do? Okay, so I'm gonna add both of these on here, and I'm also gonna add, what else should I do? I don't want to do recycling. I don't really need to, because they're right there, and I don't know if these people actually produce garbage like normal residential buildings do. I could do, because these are all part of the policy things. Workers union, what does this even do? Slightly increases the happiness of people, reduces residential tax income by 2%. That is quite small, so I think I'll do that. Industry 4.0, I really can't do this because I don't have universities yet, and I don't really have the money for that. So yeah, I'll just leave workers union. That should be good for them. And I think I will distribute smoke detectors to them, because I know that these tend to start on fire. Well, you know what? Let's just get rid of that for now, because I haven't actually witnessed anything start on fire so far. Nothing that the fire department couldn't have handled. All right, so that's first thing done. Policies are out the way. Now we need to expand the city. So my original plan that I have, that's kind of complex but not so complicated, involves buying these 3 additional pieces of land, Alright, so there we go. We have 4 plots total. Now, what I want to do is simply basically copy this city layout and just like paste it here. So there's like this main road and kind of a bunch of little towns, but because the way City Skylines works, it'll essentially just be one town. They won't be connected, and the reason for that is because of traffic. Let's get... Oh, by the way, there was an update. There's a lot more roads here that I'm noticing. Some of these are pretty cool. Like, what is this? Asymmetrical 3-lane, unless this is one of my mods that updated. I don't think so, though. 4-lane road with buses. What is this? A 4-lane road. What is this? Is this like a small... That is a very small 4-lane road. Huh. That's actually kind of cool. Those might be helpful for the city when if I have to upgrade roads in the future. Instead of having to widen this road and get rid of a bunch of the houses, I could just simply replace it, and it would actually help a lot. Alright, so where should I put this first thing? I think I'm actually going to want to do it here. Probably right there. Okay, so this is where the thing is going to be. Let's get this out. Holy crap, there's a ton of new stuff. Okay, so this is going to go like this. These are more for markers right now. These probably won't be too permanent. These are 2-lane roads. Right? Okay, yeah, these are 2-lane. Then I'll bring it into one of these things. That's the way the other thing is. I can bring this all the way out to here. I'm going to pause it because I don't want to lose money. Alright, so I want to basically match this. So I'll see how this will go. Honestly, I think, guys, what I'm going to do is kind of mess around with the way the road layout is going to be. Because I can't expand too much. I don't have the budget for that. I probably have enough budget to make a semi-confined area. I think I can basically copy half of this. I could probably do 4 little square bits here and just kind of put it here. So I'm going to quick do that, guys, and I'll meet you back here in a little bit. I hope you enjoy this following time lapse. So guys, now we got to do the more essential parts to this. So I'm going to pause it, and now I'm going to get all the very much essentials in here. Healthcare, police, all that type of thing. We're going to get it in here. Elder care. How did I even stick one over there? I didn't. Okay, so I'll do all this stuff, and I'll meet you guys back here again in a little bit. Okay, so then I'm going to go with the high density residential for a good portion of this. And then low density can go here, essentially kind of linking up these two. These aren't going to be connected, though. If I were to connect these two, then a good portion of the people here would start to drive back and forth using smaller roads. And I don't want that. I want to make all of the traffic go through these main roads, which might come back and bite me in the ass in the sense that this roundabout might not be able to handle all of the traffic. In that case, then I should be able to add, like, junctions where this road and this road might connect to each other, and then that'll connect to here. So we'll see. I think at the end of this series, because this will be a long series, when I get to 1 million people, this might just be a huge maze of roads and bridges and all sorts of stuff, but I think it'll look pretty darn cool. Alright, so I'm going to finish this off like this. I am going to expand this again, so I'm not going to fill everything in, so people aren't just upped and kicked out of their houses. This will go like this. This side actually can, because I'm not building anymore this direction. Nothing is going to be built there, just like over here. Okay, so now on to more of the different side. I want to make this side a little bit more clean. So I'm not going to have nearly as much industry. I'll have a little bit of industry, but not a lot. So I think what I'll do, you will be industry. You will be office space, And then all of you will be low density commercial. And I think I'll have a small bit of high density right here. I think that should do the job. And I have some space back here. You know what? I might as well do all of this. Yeah, all of this is going to be office, except for that little bit here and that little bit here. And then like that, like this. And again, this will be completely ripped up and probably might even be this episode, because depending on how quickly this grows, it might be really quick. But I'm running low on money, so I got to be careful with my budget. I got to use these pipes sparingly because I know this is going to cost a good amount. There, we got that connected. Gonna have to add probably 2 more of these. Get those set up here. That might need a little bit more wind power, so I'll set another one of those. Overall power, that's gonna be a little bit more. I'm thinking about oil. You know what? Well, which one is better? This one produces power output 120 megawatts. This produces, oh wow, this is quite a bit more. So this is 20,000 for 40. Okay, so I'm going to go with 2 oil power plants, because essentially the price for one of these things is roughly the cost of how many I would need to power. They're basically very similar in price, because I need multiple of them anyways. Alright, so power should be good. Water should be good. Hopefully. Garbage. I actually have to deal with that. One issue with doing the city the way I'm doing it here, the garbage trucks often feel the need... Oh no! Oh, I didn't even realize that. Oh, we're out of money already. Okay, well, we're not quite out of money, so hold on a sec. Let me see. We might be alright. We might be fine. I think I have everything that I really needed. Okay, I'm not going to buy a park. Well, how much does this cost? Oh, 15,000? What is the difference between this costs 15,000? They do like the exact same thing. Why does this cost so much more? How much is this? This literally costs 1 grand. The upkeep is low and the entertainment is the same as the other two, except this one is more expensive and does less. That's kind of stupid, and I'm going to stick 2 of these here, by the way. Okay, I'm going to really hope that everything works fine, because if nothing happens, or like if the city doesn't grow, I'm going to have to bail myself out with one of these loans. But honestly, I'd probably take the 200,000. That wouldn't be too big of a deal, because I would be able to pay it back fairly quickly with how my city is growing. And here, hold on one sec. I'm going to put the residential areas in a district like I did with the other one. That might help a little bit. I'm not quite sure. It might help with the water consumption for the industry side. So I guess I'll do that, and then we'll see. Hopefully we get through this. We should be fine. We should be, but I'm not really sure. So I guess only time will tell. So I have the district set up. Really, the only thing we can do is just sit and watch. Here, I'll speed it up a little bit. You know, we probably are going to go into a little bit of debt, but I don't think that I have to do anything. Electricity and water availability is good. Garbage is not good. Yeah, we might be in some trouble here. This was very risky doing this, because I spent about $300,000 or $400,000 on that, and now we're losing. Oh, it's going down. It's going down. A lot of this built up really quickly. So I guess just wait a second. All right, I'm gonna let this thing run over the course of probably 2 or 3 in-game days. And then, guys, I'll meet you back here and we'll see what actually happened. It looks like I'll make money again, because this number is slowly getting back to the positives. I might not even go into the negative. So I guess see you guys in 3 in-game days. Well, guys, the city didn't quite die. It actually grew pretty well. So I think the only things that with this so far we might have to do is just worry about plumbing, which actually might be fine. Like, I think most of this is going to be, like, these buildings are still leveling up, but I think most of them are going to stay pretty close to their level now. Like, there's not much more leveling up they can do. So really the only thing I'm worried about is sewage, or garbage rather. And to fix that I would need an incineration plant, which costs 30,000. So I probably should put 2 incineration plants, meaning I need 60,000. I don't really know what to do. I think probably the best thing I could do is go to budgeting, just bump this up a little bit. I just need to, here, I'll speed this up so I can actually see the effect on this. Okay, so I am losing money, but I just need to budget it correctly where I'm still gaining money, but the garbage won't be that bad. Okay, so that literally did absolutely nothing. I think I'd have to bump the budget up really high in order to make a difference, and I can't afford to do that. So essentially, this thing is, for the most part, grown, this little part. So what I gotta do now, I'm going to go through and add those little intersection markings, some trees and bushes, just make it look nice, kind of matching this. I might do a little bit of, actually scratch that, I was going to say do some lane management and kind of work with the roads here, but I can't actually do that because I don't have enough money. Luckily the trees don't actually cost anything. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, guys, and I'll meet you back here in a little bit. Alright guys, so I just decorated a whole bunch. I kind of got a little carried away with myself, but I did, oh, I should also mention, I found out that these cost 10 bucks a piece. Each tree costs $10. So $10 does not take a lot away from this, and in fact, we actually are back up to about 50,000, which is pretty good. I might actually let this game run for like an hour or two in real time, and then just let it crank up the money, and then see how that goes. I might do that at the end of this episode. But I think it looks pretty nice. I added a touch of color. I think these are like, you know, I don't really know. Here, I have a first-person camera. Let me find a... Okay, so this car is going into my city. Let's see what it looks like first person. That looks pretty nice. In real life, if I were to enter a city that looked like this, I would be thinking, this is a nice place to be. That the city cares enough about to have nice trees. That really doesn't matter too much. I did add the roundabouts. I did a little bit more. And I think what I'm going to do, I'm not going to go back to this essentially city and I'm going to upgrade this. I'm going to leave each city, essentially they're like a mini city by the way, essentially leave each one of these different. So each one will be an eventual upgrade. So I can kind of learn from mistakes, and each city will probably be slightly bit planned out differently. So I'll kind of tune in the most efficient way to have this layout used. So as I said, we have about $50,000. I need to put a incineration plant down. That's going to help with garbage processing. We're still in the red. I kind of want to get up to the green, and there's two ways to do it. Number one, get a waste processing complex, which costs $100,000, which we don't have, or an incineration plant. I probably need 2 more to get it into the yellow, and that's $60,000 still, which with the city doing fairly good money-wise, I think is definitely plausible within a little bit of time. So I think, guys, the plan for the future is I'm going to let the city run for a couple hours real time and just get as much money as I possibly can. Oh, what is going on here? Why is the money going down so fast? I literally did... Oh, I added this. I added one incineration plant. Why is it going down so quickly? Okay, here, hold on one sec. Let me quick fix this. I'm going to bump this budget down just a tad bit. Where it was, probably around 75, 76%. I don't really know why I'm losing money all of a sudden. Maybe it's just like a thing that happens at nighttime. I don't really know. So guys, I want to utilize hydropower because this is a huge river. So I think in one of the future videos, I want to... Well, first of all, I'd have to buy parts of the river. This would cost a lot of money. Let me see. I think I can... I'll probably put it around there. Oh, wow. So I'm looking at it roughly... This is at least 100 to 200,000. Oh, it even says. I'm an idiot. I didn't see that. Whoa. That is $200,000. Okay. What does it say? Estimated production about 500 megawatts. How much do I use? About 250 now? So theoretically, if I were to get enough money, I could essentially power my city times 2. I could power double this. And it'd be entirely clean. I probably could get rid of all of my oil and coal power plants because I wouldn't need them. That would kind of stop. I want to get this as green as possible. And I want to make it like a realistic scenario type thing. I kind of have fun with stuff like that. So that's my main goal. Well, anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to like and subscribe. If you have any new ideas for this city or for future content, let me know in the comment section down below or in my new Discord server. The link for that is also down there if you want to join. And with that, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time.